welcome in. If you watch this on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit that like button. If you're watching on replay, make sure you say replay down in the chat below. We have a bunch of orders going out. Let me see how many total. 23 on eBay, 3 on Poshmark, 6 on Mercari. 32 orders going out the door. Not too bad of a weekend, including Whatnot sales, which I don't really count into that number, but I think I packed up like 116 Whatnot orders or something like that. So count that on top of it. What's up, Trisha? Trisha's first. Appreciate the corns. Let's slide YouTube and Facebook over so I can see the full screen. Got everything ready to go. Let's get everybody welcome in. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend in sales. Let me know how your sales were, what your best sale was, all that good stuff. Drop it down in the chat below. What's up, Conway? Corny for a corny guy. Wow, you're so sweet. Tay, what's up? Bobby's in the chat. Sal is here. Patriot Girl is here. What's up, Patriot Girl? Appreciate you guys hopping in. About 15 sales. Let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome. It was a good weekend in sales. Black Friday, Cyber Monday should be okay. It's not going to be anything crazy, I don't think, because I'm not selling the stuff that people are really like looking for on Cyber Monday, but that's okay with me. Get a couple extra sales will work. What's up, Blended? What happened? I sold a vintage faux for a jacket for 83 plus shipping that I got for free. Let's go. Sold something I bought 365 days ago from when I started this morning. Nice. Let's go. Sold that. Selling that old inventory. eBay seems dead. eBay's rolling for me. I had what did I say? 20. I had 23 orders over the weekend, so that's not too bad. By the way, the new iPhone notification is very weird. What are people looking for today? New inbox items they can put on the Christmas tree. That's what they're looking for. I had 23 orders this weekend. Let's go. Let's go. Stance said beginner. I had my best weekend yet. Happy. Let's go. That's awesome. Stance 63. 18 sales. Let's go. Everybody's having good sales. That's awesome to hear. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What's up, Central Illinois? Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with Mercari sales first, then we'll move over to Poshmark, and then we'll finish up with eBay. I still have, I think, like 16 Whatnot orders to pack up behind me, too. All the other orders have been packed, so if you bought something over the weekend on our Whatnot show, first off, I appreciate you guys. That was a really crazy beginning to that show, but it ended very, very well, and the middle was good. Everything was good. Once we started rolling, it was a lot of fun. Had to switch it up, had to switch up the style. So if you were there, you probably noticed that normally we talk more about the items, but I was constrained on time. We were doing 200 items, and I figured starting at 8:15, we should be done by like 11:15, 11:30 max. And we still got done like just before 12, but I had to like speed through everything. So I normally don't do that style. So if it's your first time there, I normally talk a little bit more about the items and we slow down the pace a little bit, but I had to get it done as fast as possible. And that was because Whatnot decided to crash right when we decided to go live. So luckily it still worked out. I appreciate everybody for hanging out that entire time. We did a bunch of giveaways. All the giveaways have been shipped pretty much. I'm just working on the last few orders. So yeah, Whatnot was crazy. But if you weren't able to attend the show and it was your first time on Whatnot and you're like, man, that was crazy. What is this? Normally doesn't happen like that. Okay, so come back this week. We're doing on Friday. We're doing an all giveaway show. So if you haven't signed up for Whatnot, go to the link in my bio, sign up, get your $15, and then come and hang out. And we're doing an all giveaway show. We're giving away Nikes. We're giving away Barefoot Dreams. We're giving away a lot of good stuff. So make sure you come out this Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to probably do a 100-item show. So it should be fun. But make sure you come out Friday. Get a bunch of free stuff. Should be good. What's up, Raphael? When you started as a reseller and sell things from around your house, do you have to have a cost of goods? If you can remember what your cost of goods, if you talk to a financial advisor, they'll tell you pretty much the same thing I'm about to tell you. If you can remember your cost of goods, put it as your cost of goods. If you can't remember, estimate about what your cost of goods were, and that will be acceptable. Just don't use something crazy. Like if you have a pair of shoes that cost you $100, don't say they cost you $1,000. That'll look bad. But just use about what you paid for the item. If you're like a casual seller and you're only going to sell like a couple $100s this year, cost of goods really isn't going to be that needed for you because you're not really going to get taxed too much on $300. I think people worry about that number too much. They're like, oh, I'm going to sell $500. My taxes are going to be super high. They're really not. They're going to be basically nothing is what you're going to pay on that. Is Roosevelt's a good seller? It is. If you get special edition Roosevelt's, they'll go for good money. All right, first up, let's ship out some Mercari sales. First sale was a really good one over on Mercari. This is a Toomey jacket. Toomey makes bags. People know them most for bags. They do make clothing as well. This is a down jacket. I picked this up for $3.21. It took a while to sell. I picked it up in the middle of summer and I listed it. Sold for $50 on Mercari. So after fee, shipping, cost of goods, I make $33.72 centaroonies. My good friend Wayne missed me. Yes, I missed you. I missed your comment last night. I saw your DM and I was like, oh, here she goes. Titans finally won. Yes, we beat the worst team in the NFL. I wouldn't count that as a win. We almost lost to the worst team in the NFL. So hopefully that gets us kick-started and starts a nice little winning streak, but I doubt it'll happen. It was a very stressful game to watch. We should have blown them out by a mile, but we won by a touchdown, which we didn't score any points in the second half. It was a really bad watch, but at least we won. W is a W. All right, I'm using my boom mailers. I'm getting these out. By the way, if you bought something on Whatnot this weekend, your orders were shipped in boom mailers, so I hope you don't mind. I'm trying to get all these used up. I bought these from TikTok Shop. It was a good deal on them, so I bought a bunch of these, and now I'm just finishing up using them. Appreciate everybody hopping in. If you're new here, hit the follow button, top left-hand corner. On these lives in the morning, I ship out my orders. I buy stuff from thrift stores and retail stores, and I resell online for a full-time job. That's how I make my full-time income. So if you're interested in making a little bit of income, extra income, make sure you hit that follow button, do all that good stuff. I do these lives every morning showing you what sold, like this women's flax shirt. Pick this up for $5.34. It sold for $30 over on Mercari. So after fee, shipping, cost of goods, make $15.25. What's good, Joel? Panthers just fired head coach. Yeah, I can imagine. It's horrible over there. I would hate to be Carolina Mike right now. Shout out Carolina Mike, the only Panthers fan I know. Poor guy is just probably in misery every game he watches. I can just imagine like dealing with that. Appreciate the Live Fest. The Live Fest gift. There's some new thing when I started with my live, something with Live Fest on TikTok. I was like, what is this? I don't know. What's up, Casey? What's up, Aaron? Appreciate the heart me. All right, that one is shipped. Next up, we got a LL Bean shirt. This is again an item that I wish would have sold on another platform because I don't make as much on Mercari after I pay shipping and all that. And this was heavier, so it had to go padded. Flat rate was the cheapest rate. Paid $5.34. It sold for $26, so I only made a profit on this LL Bean of $8.01. If this would have sold on eBay, it would have been over $10 in profit, but hey, at least it's gone. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Still made a profit. That's all that matters. Congrats on your Titans. My poor Panthers are so sad. Oh, you're a Panthers fan too? Ouch. Yeah, that's. You guys got the number one pick. Just think of that the whole rest of the season. Just remember, I got the number one pick. eBay buyer wants a return for condition clearly marked in picks. Anything I can do? No, just accept the return, and then if you give free shipping and if you give returns on your items, you can take a cut. So if you really want to, you can give them a partial refund. I would just give them a refund. It happens. People don't read descriptions. Just relist it. It'll sell again. What's up, El Mundo? But they traded their pick to the Bears. Oh, they did? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't follow the Panthers, so I have no clue. That's crazy. How much did it cost to ship that shirt? It cost $8.80 to ship that shirt. Does anybody know, did USPS raise their rates, or was that just going far away, so that's why that padded was more expensive? I think they raised their rates, right? Because they normally raise their rates like right around now till the end of December. Good morning, Mary. Yes, they raised their rates. Okay, that's what I figured. When I saw that, I was like, $8.80. They must have just raised it. I was like, $8.80. What the heck? But yeah, whatever. They do it every year. Then they bring it back down, and then they bring it back up. Where's Kayla? She's dealing with Joey. Joey's coughing again. Like literally, that kid is sick every single week. We took him to the doctor again today. They finally said he's not sick. He has asthma. So as soon as he gets a little bit of a like runny nose, it goes right to his chest, and then he starts coughing. So he's been coughing all day. He's got to take breathing treatments every like 4 hours. So he can't go to school for the next 2 days. So that means I gotta stay up late. I gotta work during the day as much as I can because I lose Kayla basically for the whole day. Because when he's home, she doesn't have a chance to like get away because he's always up her butt. So you're sick too? Yeah. He's always sick. Every single week that kid gets sick. Next up, we got a Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a performance shirt, I believe. Polo Ralph Lauren. Picked this up for $9.60. It sold for $30, so I made a profit of $11.79. That's pretty much what I'm looking for when I sell a Polo Ralph Lauren. Yeah, poor kiddo. He's always sick. Always sick. But again, it just goes to his chest. He gets a cough, and when he gets a cough because of everything that happened, a couple of years ago, people freak out when somebody is coughing. So we just keep him home to make sure everybody feels okay. But we took him to the doctor today. Doctor said he's fine. He just has asthma, and there's nothing you can do about it. But give him breathing treatments. He's wheezing a little bit, but nothing we can really give him. Just got to deal with it. Yep, mother-in-law's over there. She's helping listing right now. She's doing some listing. She's actually taking some photos this morning, and I had to kick her off this table, so she goes back to doing some listings because I needed the table to ship. And then as soon as I'm done, I'll move everything back over. I think I'm actually going to move this setup. You guys are going to see me tomorrow on that table, and I'm going to move their table over here so that way they can have this whole space to work instead of her having to like move around me. I think it's just smarter, so I'm going to move both tables probably later on today. What's up to Real Taurus? Next up, we got another Polo Ralph Lauren item. Polo Ralph Lauren doesn't sell, clearly. Paid $5.34 for this one. This is a Lowell. It's a really nice, like almost like a suede shirt. Picked this up, $5.34, sold for $24, so I made a profit of $8.97. Again, if this sold on eBay, I would have made more, but still made a profit. That's all that matters. Did you already pack Whatnot? Almost. I have 16 orders left to pack. Two of which I can't pack. Some new buyer put their address in, and I guess they used South and West in their address. It says South, and then at the end it says West. So Whatnot won't allow me to ship that order, so I got to figure out how to ship it. I don't know what to do because it won't let me change the address. It won't let me ship. And then another person messed up their address, so I'm waiting for their label to come in from Whatnot, the adjustment label. So other than that, everything else will be shipped out today. 3 weeks ago, I got some Lucchese boots for free. Sort of beat up, listed them, finally sold in one day for $100. Let's go. Let's go. Free is for me. That's a good one. What's up, Elliot? How do you decide when to use? When to use what, Donna? Sorry, I probably should know that, what you're asking. And you probably asked it a couple minutes ago. I just haven't looked. What are you asking exactly? Next up, we got a Polo Ralph Lauren. Another just simple Polo Ralph Lauren polo. Remember, Polo Ralph Lauren doesn't sell. Picked this up for $3.21. It sold for $23. After fee, shipping, cost of goods, I make $10.23. Good little profit right there. Can't wait for mine. It was a good show. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody who stuck around. Again, I apologize for the issues that Whatnot was having in the beginning, but at least we got through it. It was a really good show. That was afterwards. I had to sit back and reflect on like what happened. While it was happening, it was madness. We were moving really quick, but afterwards, I got a chance to like sit back and be like, man, me and Kayla just did that. That was cool. We literally did a Whatnot show on the biggest day when the most sellers were on in the biggest time slot. That's exactly why the site went down, is because most people were on at that period of time, and we killed it. So that was a really good like pat on the back moment. Afterwards, I got a chance to reflect and be like, man, we just really did that. That was cool. That's cool. But I appreciate all you guys that stuck around for that and dealt with all the issues. Love that Whatnot show. Great stuff was bought. Yep, there was a lot. Appreciate all the people. There was somebody that almost spent $1,000 on that show. Shout out to you. I mean, most people probably know exactly who that is, but they went absolutely insane, and we appreciate it. We shipped out their order, and we gave them something free. So if you're listening to this, you're getting something free in your box because we appreciate you, how much you spent, and how long you stayed in the show. Like pretty much from the beginning to the end. They bought the first item, and they almost bought the last item, which means they stayed the entire show, which we really appreciate. Having difficulty selling clothing on eBay, any main advice on how to post pictures? So Patty, if you want to see how I post my pictures, my eBay store is linked in my pinned post. Feel free to go copy exactly how I take my photos. And you don't need a big light box to take the photos the same way I do. If you have a white wall and you just put some lights on that white wall, you can get the same effect that I get with the light box. But take the same cover photos like I do. It'll help your sales. When I just wanted to wait until I was able to show up. Exactly. That's what they meant. Fell asleep right when you guys were finally able to start. Yeah. I think a lot of people left. We had like 250 people when we first started, and then when we finished, or when we finally got started, it was down to like 180. So Obviously it hurts numbers when you go from 250 to 180, and we probably would have hit like 300 because normally you start with 250 and then it'll start to rise. But as people were coming in, they realized the site was down, so they just didn't come in. They just gave up. So I think it hurt us a little bit, but we still had a really good show. Found some new tag Ralph Lauren button downs in one of my storage unit, and I forgot those. They sell really well. For example, shout out to the people that don't think Polo Ralph Lauren sells. First Poshmark sale is a Ralph Lauren button down shirt. Picked this up for $8. It sold for $22 over on Poshmark. So after fee, shipping, cost of goods, I make $9.60. Remember, Polo Ralph Lauren doesn't sell. Don't pick it up. Turtle Cam, what's up? I was still there just asleep. Woke up around 11:30 and heard you talking. Oh, so my voice put you to sleep. Okay, Blended. I see how it is. My soothing voice puts you right to sleep. No problem, Patty. Appreciate the question. Our busiest eBay weekend all year. Over 100 orders in 2.5 days. Let's go. That's awesome. Over 100 orders in 2.5 days. That is GOAT status right there. Don't know how you stay in business not selling Ralph Lauren. I know. Don't sell Ralph Lauren. It doesn't sell. Just leave it all for me at the thrift stores. I'll pick it all up. All right, that one has shipped. Next up, we got a pair of Chubby's shorts. I listed these like 2 months ago. They took a while to sell. I think, who raided me? Was it Blue Collar? What's up, Blue Collar? Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. I listed these a while ago. These are Chubby shorts. I thought they were going to sell quicker, but they still sold for good money. I paid $7.46 for these. They sold for $29. So after fee, shipping, cost of goods, I make $15.74. Let's go. Appreciate the raid. Thank you guys for coming on over. I appreciate it. We're just shipping out morning orders, talking reselling. If you guys are just hopping in, let me know how many sales you had this weekend. How was your weekend? How was your Black Friday sales? I know a lot of people had good sales. A lot of people were shopping online and not going in store. So look up Bogner Fire Ice. No, I don't want to look up that. I don't want to look that up right now. Buried. 25 sales, 1 sale. What's up, K-Way? Nothing much. Just here shipping, hanging out and shipping. That one has shipped. Next up, we got another Ralph Lauren. Remember, Ralph Lauren doesn't sell. Don't pick them up. They don't sell. This is just a yellow striped Ralph Lauren, size 2XL. Bigger sizes tend to sell a little bit better. Paid $7.13. It sold for $22, so I made a profit of $10.47 over on Poshmark. If you see I'm using these, that's because that's what I use for Poshmark. Use the free stuff. I like that brand. Yes, Surfs likes that brand. It's his favorite. 13 Saturday, 17 going out today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Great interview yesterday. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys missed the interview with Nashville Flippers, go check it out. It was a good talk. We talked about everything. We talked about eBay, Poshmark, Mercari sales. We talked about Whatnot. We talked about social media. We talked about how do I word this without offending some people? We talked about resellers that make content and content creators that resell. If you want to know what that means, go listen to the interview. Because there's people that make content about reselling, and then there's resellers that make content. There's two different things, and we kind of talked about that on the live last night. But it was a good interview. It was really good. I really liked that style of interview. I've done the interview with them before where we did the games and stuff like that at the end. But this time was just strictly all reselling. When I came into the live, that's what he said. He's like, "Hey, I just want to talk reselling with you. We've already done the games before." Which are fun. If you watch some of the lives that they do like a little series at the end where they play some games and stuff like that. But this was all just reselling talk. It was just me and Ray just chopping it up, talking reselling. So make sure you go watch that. The Nashville Flippers over on YouTube. Go watch it right now. I think it comes out in podcast form like midweek this week. So if you want to listen to podcast form, you can go listen to podcasts. But if you want to, you should head over to the YouTube channel, like it today, and listen to it in the background while you're listening. It's a really good listen, and yeah, I like how it went. It was a good one. I didn't watch it, but I assume your sister's interview was better. No, her interview sucked. Don't listen to Kat's interview. It's garb. No, I'm just kidding. Kat has a good interview with them too. Yeah, both the interviews are good. This is actually the second time I've been interviewed by them. All right. eBay sales. We got 23 eBay orders going out the door. I'm just going to grab random ones and go. because they're all in a bucket below me. This is a Lacoste shirt. Paid $6.96 for this. It's just a size medium blue plaid Lacoste shirt. $6.96, sold for $24.99 plus shipping. I just started listing on Mercari, but I'm getting a lot more views than eBay. I'm surprised. Nice. But again, don't look at your views. Who cares about views? You want to look at sales. You want to look at, conversions. I never look at how many people look at my listings. I really just don't. I think it's a waste of time. If you're listing stuff that sells frequently, you really don't need to look at how many people are looking at your items. Focus on getting some more items up. How do you add featured categories to your eBay page? I'd have to look at it. I'll look at it at the end. If you remind me at the end, I'll look at it. How to add it. There's a way to add categories. If you just type in Google eBay categories, it should pop up and you should be able to add it. That's how I did it. I haven't added categories in like a long time, so I don't know the exact boom like how to get to it. I accidentally like this slide. How do I take those hearts back? You can't. They're mine. They're mine for the taking. Not allowed to have them back. 3 sales to start. Let's go. 8 sales, but only have 50 listings over 3 platforms. Quality, price right, items to sell. Also K-Way, what I sold. Nice. Oh, you picked up something on my whatnot and you sold it? Let's go. That's awesome to hear. That's really good. 8 sales and 50 items listed. That's a really good sell through. That's for a newer seller. That's actually really good. Keep up the good work. Do you have a favorite type of thermal printer? I use a Dymo 4XL. If you go to my link in my bio brand, I have a IDPRT link there. It's a cheap thermal printer. I do not suggest to get the Dymo 5XL because you can only buy Dymo labels and they're more expensive, so don't do that. And pin that, but I'm not a mod. Hold on, you're not a mod? It's because your other account was modded. Maybe you should get your other account back. Okay? There, you're a mod now. Be happy, you're a mod. Next up, we got a Peter Manning shirt. This is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Peter Manning, not Peter Millar, Peter Manning. Paid $4.28 for this. It sold for $24 plus shipping. Best way to ship cowboy boots in a box. Yeah, in a box. And you're probably going to ship them because they're probably heavy. They're probably going to go like UPS. So don't put them in a priority mailbox. What's up, thrifting to the moon? When using a laser printer, is there an easy way to set up to print to Mercari and eBay? Yeah, you have to change your settings. If you're using, I think you're saying you're using a thermal printer. You said laser printer, but I think you meant thermal. You would change it to 4x6. There's a setting and it says 4x6 and that will print it out so it prints directly on the, instead of like messing it up and printing it sideways, it'll print it straight up and down. I'll show you how this label looks in just a second and it'll come out that way. Yeah, thermal. You change your setting to 4x6. On Mercari, I think it's in your settings. And so on eBay, when you're going to ship, I would show you my page, but on the right-hand side of your shipping page, down at the bottom, right below the buyer's address, it says you're able to adjust your label size right there. So on Mercari, it's in your settings. On eBay, it's right when you're shipping. And when you change it once, you don't have to change it again. And then your labels will come out like this. Peyton Manning, no, he's garbage. We don't buy anything of his. This is what it looks like when it comes out. Because it's gonna look like that. I just showed the tracking information. Oh well. But yeah. Can you print directly from Posh on a thermal printer? Yes. Again, that's probably, you have to change the settings. I probably did this a while ago, so I don't know exactly the method, but I'm sure it's in the settings. You change it to 4x6, and then I actually get the Poshmark labels emailed to me. You can also do it right on Poshmark, but I have them emailed to me, and I just go through my email and print them all out. Should I shower today? Barry, don't you shower like 3 times a day? I'm pretty sure that's what we've already discussed. You're probably in the shower right now as you ask that comment. All right, let's show a really good sale. This one is a really good sale. Top 9 tax tips. Refer to Chris at Peak for all your tax tips. He gives really good tax information. This is a Peter Millar crown crafted Tor logo polo with giraffes and planes all over. It's like a safari shirt. This is a Tor logo polo, which means it has the hit on the sleeve, which means it goes for more. It's a Tor issued polo. Always be on the lookout for these. This one I paid $10.26 for. It's in pre-owned condition. It sold for $70 plus shipping. So make sure you're on the lookout for Tor logo polos. Did I just get rated by Chris at Peak too? Are you guys all rating me? You guys are all rating me all at once. Appreciate the heart me, Donna. Donna's in the chat. Alright, this is just going to go right into a poly mailer and ship out easy peasy. Uh-oh, Tokyo's here. What's up, Tokyo? Appreciate you hopping in the Nashville Flippers podcast yesterday, hanging out in chat, adding to the chat. Show label, please. Show label of what? How the label looks? Is that what you want to see? It's just going to be straight up and down. It's 4x6. What's up, DC Flips? Chris hasn't been live in over an hour and a half. No, he was live like right before I went live. What are you talking about, Trisha? I was literally in his live like 15 minutes before I went live. What are you talking about? Appreciate the roses. House thrifting in Japan. Yeah, house thrifting in Japan. Found a Peter Millar Masters polo today. Let's go. Those are money. Those are easy money. Peter Millar Masters, Peter Millar Scotty Cameron, Tour logo polos. Those are some of the best. I left live 40 minutes ago. Yeah, I started my live like 25 minutes ago. So, yeah. Beat that. Actually, I can tell you how long. I started my live literally 26 minutes ago right now. So, you're downtown now? What are you doing downtown? It's too early to be drinking, Chris. It's only 10 o'clock, actually. Isn't it? No, you're same time as me. It's only 10:30, Chris. You can't be drinking already. 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Next up, we got a Peter Millar pair of shorts. Picked these up from TJ Maxx. I paid $25.68 for these. They sold for $44.99 plus ship. Nice, easy sale. I hear Joe, bro. Yeah, you'll probably see them. I'll bring them in later. This might be my first full year reselling. I hope taxes go well. I believe I'm going to be around 55,000 to 60,000 for my first year. Yeah, just make sure you keep track of all your receipts, what you paid for your items, all your cost of like your business expenses, the costs for your thermal labels, the cost for your everything in your business, the cost for poly mailers. Include all that. Also, if you have a space in your house designated for reselling, talk to your tax advisor. They'll probably tell you you're able to write off a certain portion of that or write off that whole area, depending on what you have in that area. So after you take all those deductions, thrifting to the moon, I know right now you're like, damn, that's $60,000. Your taxes aren't really going to be that bad. Trust me. It's not going to be bad at all. As long as you keep up with all your information, especially mileage. Mileage is key. If you can keep track of mileage, that's a big write-off. I might be getting a Tesla just to get even better mileage. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Quick question. What percentage of your inventory do you sell? For instance, I currently have 225 items and have sold 29, a bit more than 10%. So if you look at my eBay store right now, I think I have like almost 700 sales, and I have 2,200 listed, which most people would say that's a bad sell-through rate. But I also sell on Poshmark and Mercari, and I also sell directly on Whatnot. So sometimes those items don't even get listed; they just get put right on Whatnot and they sell. So it's hard for me to give an accurate sell-through rate of what I list and have listed and what I've sold, because Whatnot is instant sales. If I literally took all of my inventory today and I ran it on Whatnot and did a 48-hour stream, I would sell all my inventory. So I'd have 100% sell-through rate. I can guarantee that. Obviously, stuff would go for cheap, but yeah, I don't know what my actual sell-through rate is. It's way too hard this year. Last year I had a 50% sell-through rate every 90 days. And this year it's going to be way more than that. Trust Wayne sounds questionable. I know it is questionable. Okay, I just remember last year you did about 100, 200, and I remember you had 12. Yeah, I did 80K in profit. $12,000 was my bill. So you're doing 55 to 60 in sales. That's not profit. You only pay taxes on your profit. So they're gonna ask you what all your deductions are. Once you do those deductions, your profit is what you pay your taxes on. What size is your stand-up light box? It's linked in my bio. If you go through my Linktree link in my bio, you can look at it, and all the dimensions are there. It's over on Amazon. What would be a good percentage? It depends on what you sell. If you sell pre-owned clothing and your buy cost is really low, if you sell 1/4 of your inventory, you're probably making enough profit to keep buying inventory and pay your bills once you get your inventory up. If you're selling stuff like hard goods where you're paying a bunch of money for your hard goods, you really need a better sell-through rate because your buy cost is higher. It really depends on what your buy cost is for your sell-through rate. Tell me more about your light box. Oh, I know you love the light box. Well, I don't know where that joke originated from, but yeah, I like it. I like it. I like that you stick to it, Tokyo. I like that mentality. How did you erect it? I can't tell you that on live. That's for later. If you hit me up on in the DMs, I'll let you know. Currently have 140 listed and 450 sold for the last 90 days. That's really good. That's a really good. 450 sold and 140 listed means you're selling what 300%, something like that. 200%? No, be 200%, right? No, more than that. Be 280, almost 400%. That's really good. Maids are super expensive. What are you guys talking about? Don't they send a 1099K? Do they not? Hold on. Don't they not send a 1099K unless you made? Yes. Yes, they won't send you a 1099K, but you're still supposed to claim the profits you made in your business. Just because you don't get a 1099 does not mean you're not supposed to claim profits. You're still supposed. If you made $10 profit, technically you're supposed to claim that. Now, some people don't claim it, and that's up to them. That's fine. Do what you want to do, but you still are supposed to claim that on your taxes. Just because you don't get a 1099 does not mean it's free. You're just like, I don't have to pay any taxes on this money. I only made 20K, or only made 19K. It's not 20. You still got to pay taxes. You're supposed to pay taxes on it. Can you calculate mileage on your receipts, or do you have to log? So I use an app called Mile IQ, and it just runs in the background. Every time I go in my car, it runs. You can also do the odometer reading. You can also use your receipts. I know Kat did that one of her tax seasons. She calculated how much mileage it took from her house to the Goodwill bins, and she basically just went to the Goodwill bins. So every time she went to the Goodwill bins, if it was 20 miles that day, she wrote down 20 miles, and then she just added up at the end of the year. Yeah. Either way, talk to your tax advisor. They'll be able to help you with that. I use a Mile IQ. You can talk to your tax advisor about guessing mileage. You talking only about only thrifter's. Keep giving tax advice. I'm writing it all down. Talk to your tax advisor. I'm not a professional. Next up, we got a LL Bean. I love selling LL Bean, especially this time of year. They fly off the shelves. This one is lined, which is even better. I paid $6.40 for this. I listed this like 2 weeks ago. It sold for $21 plus shipping. Nice, easy sale. LL Bean in the wintertime is one of my favorites. It's kind of like it's almost like Ralph Lauren. It sells frequently like Ralph Lauren does, but Ralph Lauren will sell consistently throughout the year, whereas LL Bean flannels like this will only sell typically in the wintertime. What's up, Mac? Mac and cheese. Yes, also mile to and from. Anytime you're in your car doing any driving for your business, yes, talk to your tax advisor. They'll tell you, like when you go to the post office, that should be deductible. You have to have a business account name. Do you have to have a business account name? I just did 1 year and didn't make profit yet since part-time seller, but 2024 will be full-time. Do you have to have what do you mean? Do you have to have a business name? I'm not really following what you're saying. I'm not following what you're saying. All right, this is gonna ship for $6.22, and I think buyer paid more than that. I forgot to look though. Next up, what have you totaled your car? Talk to your tax advisor. I don't know the answer to that actually. If you totaled your car and if it was strictly for your business, you had to buy another car. I don't know. Talk to your tax advisor. For tax purposes, you don't need a business. If you file as a sole proprietor, all you need is your Social Security number. Next up, we got another LL Bean. This is a denim LL Bean shirt. Denim LL Beans, denim Ralph Lauren shirts. I normally always pick them up because they sell really well. This one's a good size too. Is an XL tall. Paid $5.34 and it sold for $21 plus shipping. It is over a pound, so let me see what I set this up as. Hopefully I did 2 pounds. I didn't do 2 pounds, so where is it going? This is probably going to go priority mail. Yep, it's going to go padded flat rate. It's going to be the cheapest way to ship this. Buyer paid $8.25. I'm going to pay $8.30. I think they made an LLC. No, you don't need an LLC either. Just need your what do you call it? Social Security number. Do you promote your listings, eBay listings? Yes, I promote everything at 5%. 5%. Wish I could stay longer, but I got to source more items. Have a good day. Appreciate you, Lizzie. Thank you for stopping in. If you want to watch this at any point, if you miss any portion of this live, I am live on YouTube and Facebook too, so you can rewatch this live at any time. So feel free to come back and watch it later. All right, this one's shipping $8.30. Asking for a friend. What did you ask? Oh, asking for a friend. You probably totaled Kit Kat. You totaled your car. Kit Kat, don't tell me you're one of those drivers. Come on, Kit Kat. It was their fault, right? It's not only what people say. It wasn't me. It was them. They ran into me. I was stopped, and they went through the light. Next up, it's a Polo Ralph Lauren. Paid $5.34. It's a 2XB, really good size. Always pick up bigger sizes. Big and tall sizes sell really well. This one sold for $23 plus ship. Good morning. Do the clear plastic bags work well? Yes, I've used these for basically the entire time I've been selling online. I bought some in the side split a minute when you try to use them. And thanks, the ones linked in my bio are the ones that I use. I've never, if they split, it's because I put too much in them. But typically, like, they never break. I just keep them in my inventory. So use the ones that are linked in my pin post. Those are the ones that I've been using basically my entire reselling career. No, it was my fault. Thank you. Oh, it was your fault. Figures. I told you would treat it as if it was sold the amount the insurance proceeds to receive. There you go. Sounds good to me. That sounds right. Enjoyed the interview last night and Friday Whatnot show. Way to hang and bring quality items. Appreciate you, Audra. Thank you so much. Audra, appreciate you always supporting on all the platforms. Yeah, Friday was fun. Again, if you guys didn't listen to the interview, I was on Nashville Flippers podcast yesterday. Appreciate all the gifts, Chris. I was on Nashville Flippers podcast yesterday. Go listen to that after I'm done with the live. If you guys are just listening today and you want to listen to something in the background, that's a good listen. Just they have it up on YouTube, I think, only right now. But go like it. Go show some support. I'd love to see the views on that live be more than like other people's lives, and then people will be like, wait, how come this K-Way guy gets 1,000 views and their other podcasts only have 120? And then people will be like, hey, let's listen to this podcast. So go listen to it. It's a good listen. And we had a good time. Me and Ray had a good time. Talked all things reselling content, all kinds of stuff, whatnot. It was fun. Next up, I picked these up in the summertime and I listed them recently because these are Christmas castaway pants. I did pay up for these. I paid $16.05, but they sold for $35 plus shipping. Obviously, I didn't list them in the middle of summer because that's not a pair of pants that are going to sell in the middle of summer. They're going to sell for more money come winter season. What's up, Jody? It was her fault, but the other car wouldn't have been there. It wouldn't. If the other car wasn't there, it wouldn't have happened. Basically, is what you're saying. That's yeah. I could see her saying that. If the other car wasn't there, it wouldn't have happened. I know I ran the light and I hit them, but they shouldn't have been there in the first place. What's the title of the podcast, YouTube? The Nashville Flippers. The Nashville Flippers. It'll be their first video. If you look them up, it should be the first video that comes up. Will be our interview. And Kayla couldn't make it last night because she was dealing with Joey being sick. So it was just me and Ray hanging out. Dustin wasn't there either because he's moving. So it was just me and Ray just hanging out, talking, reselling. Let's go check it out. You get more views with a circle beard. I don't want a circle beard. Have you ever experimented with starting 7-day auctions at 99 cents? For the stuff I sell, to be honest, I don't think it would work very well. For example, like if I sell a Polo Ralph Lauren size 2XLB shirt, I guarantee if I put that on 7-day auction, the most it would sell for is like $8. I think 7-day auctions are good for like rare niche items. For example, Surfs did it with a Coogee sweater, and it went for good money because Coogee sweaters are rare to come by, especially the ones with the fish all over them. So I think that would work good for an item like that. But for something like this basic Lacoste polo, you're waiting for that one buyer to come on eBay that's looking for that Lacoste polo, and if you put a 7-day auction, this is not going to get that one buyer, very rarely. And if it does find that one buyer, you're not going to get a bidding war. It's just going to go for like $8. So it's better to list something like this for full price. I paid $5.34 for this. It sold for $22.99 plus ship. I mean, just wait. I'll get my revenge. I already know. I'm just getting my revenge on you is what's happening right now. How do you store your shipping materials? I don't think you ever showed this. I have a just a shelving unit over to the left side of me, and all the items, here, right there. They're all stored on that little shelf in the corner. That's all it is. It's just an easy little storage system, nothing crazy. And then my larger boxes are all stored out in the garage. So I just ordered a bunch more priority mail boxes, and I just stack them up out in the garage. I have a corner of the garage where it has all those stacked up. It's going to ship for 9 ounces. Buyer paid $8.55. For some reason, I had this at 15 ounces in shipping. Buyer paid $8.55. I only paid $5.33. Mom. I missed. Hi, Mom. Sorry you have to deal with him daily. Got her to laugh. I missed it, I'm sure. How many sales did you end up doing over the weekend? It was 33 eBay, Poshmark, Mercari sales, and then Whatnot. We sold over 200 items on Whatnot. So Whatnot orders, I think, were like 100 and I want to say it was like 116 packages we packed up from our Black Friday show. Hashtag workhorse. Yeah, Tokyo says that you and Kayla are the workhorses, and I don't do anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Just tell him he's wrong. Just tell him he's a little old jokester, Tokyo. That's amazing. Heck yeah, it was a good weekend. It was fun. How do you decide on pirate ship? So I use pirate ship on Mercari. In some cases, I could save money on eBay, but to be honest, to go back and forth on each sale and to see which one is cheaper is just a huge waste of time. So I just print my eBay labels from eBay. The only time I'll go back and forth is if I'm shipping a big, heavy item that's kind of smaller on eBay and I see the price is like really high, then I might check pirate ship. But for clothing, I typically just ship the clothing as is, like straight from eBay. By the way, I have somebody who bought 2 things. Hopefully I didn't just mess up their shipping. I think I did. I'll have to ship them separate. I'll just give them free shipping on this one. I was supposed to combine an order and I completely forgot. Oh well. Next up, this is a Velocity Systems long sleeve shirt. There's a really good brand to be on the lookout for. I paid $4.28 for this. I have one more left. All the other ones have sold. I think I had 5 of these to begin with. Just a long sleeve V-neck shirt. $4.28, sold for $69.99 plus shipping. That's basically full price if you look at their website. So, good brand to be on the lookout for. Velocity Systems. Did not having to pay Whatnot fees make it worth doing 200 items? Yes, it did. Obviously, it was a really competitive day because a lot of people were on because of the no fees. So, I had to run a lot of giveaways. I had to have really good buyer appreciation giveaways. And I had to run really, really good stuff to separate myself out from the crowd, to be able to bring in an audience that wouldn't go to other people's shows, that would just hang out in mine. So yeah, it was really good. The fees were only 2.9%. I think it was 2.9% plus whatever it's like 50 cents more or something like that, or 25 cents for the processing fee. But the fees that were waived were Whatnot fees. There was no Whatnot fees. So you saved 8%. So yeah, on every sale I only paid like a couple bucks usually for my fees, which is amazing. So hopefully they do that again next year, and they can really plan for the amount of people that are going to be on the site, so we don't have any issues with lag and the site crashing and stuff like that. But all in all, it was a really good day. Fees were great, and it was fun. Next up, I got a little Limax figurine. This is a little figurine I picked up in the bulk buy a while ago. It's just a little snowman, and it's called what is it called? Snowman, Snow Dad, and Snow Baby Girl. That's what it's called. These are really easy to look up, by the way. They have a number right there in the corner. So if you look at this little number, it's really hard to see, but you just type in that number on eBay, just type in Limax and that number, and it'll pop up exactly what you have. This one doesn't have a title, but it was easy to find just because I looked up that number. It's sold for $7.20 plus shipping. My buy cost is $0 because I've already made all my money back. Velocity Systems rugby shirt. It's not I wouldn't call it a rugby shirt. It's just a long sleeve shirt. But yes, Velocity Systems. You did a great job despite the tech problems. You kept things moving. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm really good in pressure situations. I've found that out about myself. So you can only control what you can control. So in that case, I can't control what's happening. I can just wait for Whatnot to fix its issues. So make the best of the situation and just hang out and talk to people on TikTok while Whatnot's trying to fix its things. Like that's the only thing you can do. I think a lot of people would just freak out and give up in that circumstance and be like, hey, it's not working. I give up. I'll just do this again tomorrow. I'll just reload the show tomorrow. And we considered it when it was happening because if it didn't fix itself, we obviously have to figure out something else to do. But I knew if I waited around, it would fix itself. So, and it did, and we had a good show. So it is always 8% plus 2%. Yeah, plus 30% fee. Yeah, 30 cents fee every time you sell in there. Yes. That's what it is. Correct. Not sure how it's worth it for people to sell an item for $1 on there. Yeah, I don't think it is worth it to sell items for $1. I think if you want to build your audience, it's worth it. Just like building an audience here, it wasn't worth it in the beginning for me to go lives. I'm not making any money. I'm actually losing money by going live. But now I've built up an audience to where it makes sense for me to go live. I think that's the same thing that people are doing over there. They're taking the risk and they're building an audience. They're giving out good deals, so it brings more people in. I think it's smart to build your audience that way. Is it worth it in the beginning? No. But if you build your audience 6 months later, if you have 500 people in your show, then it's worth it. So, yeah, you gotta look long term, not short term. Got my priority. Got to ship priority and don't have priority box big enough to fit. Can I put two together? Yes. If you have a big item, you can put two priority mail boxes together. Just make sure you measure and weigh them. You can alter any priority box, even flat rate. If you didn't know that, you can still alter a flat rate box. It just has to be shipped priority after you alter it. Sometimes when it goes to the post office, you will get it coming back because some post office people don't understand you can alter a flat rate box. But yes, you can alter any box with the post office. Yeah. So I know a lot of people don't think you can do that, but you can. Next up, I don't usually do it. I just use a bigger box because I don't want it to come back to me. Because typically it does. Because post office people sometimes don't know the rules. Untuckit shirt, size large. I paid $6.96. This sold for $20.69 plus shipping. Good sale. When you're working at the PO and reselling, did you file taxes separately? I filed my taxes as a business, and I filed my taxes as a postal employee. So, yeah, I had to file them separately. So I had my business expenses and my business profits, and then I also had my income. It's just like if you work two jobs, right? You'd file them. You wouldn't file them together. You would file them as two separate forms. But yeah, you did it the same way. Then you grab some more poly mailers. This is going to ship out for 9 ounces. 9 ounces. Did you get a special shipping discount working at a post office? Fun fact, they give absolutely no discounts to you as working for the post office. You have to pay the same price for stamps. You got to pay the same price for shipping labels. There is no discounts. You don't get any perks for working at the post office, which, I mean, you would assume they would give their employees some kind of perks like, hey, you get cheaper shipping rates. No, I still have to buy my labels from eBay. Yeah. You don't get any shipping discounts or anything like that. Let me grab some more poly mailers real quick. Yeah. Morning, Katie. Good morning. We're almost done shipping. We got 11 more orders to go out. Next up, we got a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren pants. I picked these up in a bulk buy. Typically don't pick these up, but these were kind of just thrown in. Paid $8 for these, and they sold for $23.99 plus shipping. Not a crazy sale, but profit on that is probably like $12, so not too bad. And these sold in less than a month, so if I can get them cheap enough, I'll pick them up. Well, I'm guessing I'm off to the post office for Cyber Monday. Have a great day. Appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out. Would it be better to use a priority label on a regular box? Yeah, you can use a regular box too. You don't have to use. Wait, you can alter flat rate? Yes, as long as you can alter a flat rate box, as long as you use the weight and dimensions, you can alter it. It's perfectly fine. If you go look at the post office rules for flat rate boxes, you can do that. You just can't ship it flat rate. You can't alter a flat rate box and then try to ship it flat rate because it's supposed to be specifically for those dimensions, get you that flat rate shipping. But yeah, you can put like a flat rate box together with another box and you can make it big if you want. Doesn't matter. You can alter it. Doesn't matter. Is that Joey in the background? It is. Yeah, he's homesick today. Had an international sale. Had the wrong address. Had to cancel 3 times saying buyer canceled. Do those hurt? No, they don't hurt you. If the buyer cancels, it doesn't hurt you. These are actually going to go padded flat rate because it cost me $9.47 to ship Regular buyer paid $12.90 to get these shipped. It's only going to cost me $8.30. Thoughts on button-ups? Thoughts on button-up U.S. Polo? Don't pick those up. Isn't that Walmart brand? Polo Association or whatever it's called. Isn't that Walmart? Don't pick those up. Anything you find at Walmart, don't pick up. It's Walmart items are way too overproduced to have any resale value. Polo Ralph Lauren are good. I remember when I did a live thrift the other week and somebody was saying like, those are sold at Walmart. How are you reselling those? And people are like, yeah, I seen those at Walmart. And I was like, what? Polo Ralph Lauren is at Walmart? And then somebody's like, that's Polo Association. And they're like, oh yeah, it looks the same. Isn't that the same brand? I was like, no, two different brands. I know, poor kid can't catch a break. He's always freaking sick. He's always sick. Sounds like the boss is getting everyone in line in the background. Oh yeah, he is. He is the boss. He's the boss baby. I don't know if it's Walmart, but it's a Ralph Lauren knockoff. Yeah, I think it's Walmart, Target, something like that. It's not good. Either way. Next up, we got a Brioni shirt. Really good brand to be on the lookout for. Brioni. This is just a plain white Brioni shirt. Paid $8 for this. It sold for $45 plus shipping. They even have a special disclaimer on the tag that says not affiliated with Ralph Lauren. Yeah, it's complete knockoffs. How do you know what Wrangler shirts to pick up? Walmart sells them. So I normally pick up older vintage Wrangler shirts, like made in the USA ones that have like really vibrant patterns. I don't really pick up newer labels at all. So those are the ones that I go for. I don't pick up a ton because in my area, there's not really a ton of Western items for sale in thrift stores. We normally get the Tommy Bahamas, the Hawaiian shirts, the shorts. Those kind of brands are in my area, except for red, white, and blue. We get a lot of cold weather gear in red, white, and blue, which is beautiful for us because where we live, those don't sell. So typically red, white, and blue prices them down, and then I pick them up and I resell them online because they don't sell here because it's never cold here. Like right now, it's technically cold outside because it's like 72. That's cold to us. It started life as Ralph Lauren and they sold that branch too low end. Gotcha. Any larger jean sizes worth buying? I picked up Coogee men's jeans 42 shorts for $6.98. I love picking up bigger sizes men's jeans. You gotta pick up the right brands. And Coogee jeans I normally pass on. Coogee is not a pickup in all cases. This right here. 2 Harley shirts sold to the same buyer. They're both a size small. I think they're actually going to Japan. Paid $4.50 each for these. They sold for $10 each. I'm actually going to ship them together in one package. My Goodwill had 30% off yesterday and spent majority of the time in the men's based on what you taught me. Awesome. Hopefully you got some good stuff. 28 degrees in New Mexico today. Nice. I wish it was a little cooler, but it's not. Let me see how much these weigh. Okay, these are going to go into a Ground Advantage envelope, and they're going to ship for under $7.85. Beautiful. Yeah, let me know what the temperature is where you are today. I'm curious because it is still, it's cooler out here, but it's not super cold. 50 in Arizona. Nice. That's cooler. That's nice. That's jacket weather. That's sweater weather. I guess you could rock a sweater here in Florida if you really wanted to. All right, this one's shipping for $6.22. 27 and snowing in Michigan. Fun fact, I've never seen snow in my entire life, but this year we're making a plan after Christmas to go on a trip to where we can finally see snow. Well, Kayla's seen it, but I've never seen snow in my entire life. Never once. I gotta do this again. I keep forgetting to change the Dymo settings on these ones. 46 in North Carolina. That's beautiful weather. That's crazy to me. I've never seen snow. Fun fact, I've never seen it my entire life. Because I've lived in Florida my whole life. And when I was younger, my parents didn't really take me on too many trips. So I never really got to see snow. There you go. It's in the 70s here. Oh, you're in Cali, right? Snow is overrated. I just want to throw one snowball. That's it. My life will be complete. Sand is greater than snow. I don't know about that. I hate the sand. I live in Florida and we never go to the beach. I hate the sand. People that live in Florida get it. We don't go to the beach. We don't. You aren't missing anything? Okay, maybe I'm not missing anything. Everybody's saying I'm not missing anything. 49 in South Louisiana. That's how you're like pretty close. Maybe we're having another cold front come down. 49 in Georgia. Going to watch Carter funeral. What? Going to watch Carter funeral. What possession? What is that? I don't know what that is. If that's something I should know, let me know. But I have no clue. Hey, I read that completely wrong. Jimmy Carter's wife. Listen, guys. When I tell you I don't watch the news, I literally do not watch the news. I have no clue who just died. I just don't watch the news. You will never see me with the TV on. I don't look at CNN. The only news I get is when I'm scrolling through TikTok. So the world could be on fire right now, and I'd have no clue. I'd just be sitting here saying, I sold this Polo Ralph Lauren shirt for $49.99, and I paid $8 for it. The world's on fire outside, and I have no clue. So, for those people that watch the news, congratulations. You know what's happening in the world, but I don't waste my time doing that. Same? Yeah. Who in the chat didn't know that Jimmy Carter's wife died? Please leave me a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know that I'm not the only one. Let me know I'm not the only one that didn't know. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Because people make me feel like I'm crazy. I don't watch the news. I don't have time, and I don't really care to watch. The news is just basically, for example, Jimmy Carter's wife died. The next thing will be there was a shooting down the street. The next thing will be the kid got ran over by a bus. There's no positivity to be. I'd rather scroll through TikTok. There's way more positivity in TikTok. So you guys have fun watching the news. I can't control anything that happens on the news, so I don't care. Yeah, I quit watching. I probably haven't watched the news in over 10 years. There's just no point for me. Does this post office have specific bags and boxes for ground advantage? No, you got to use your own bags and boxes. It's just like first class. They didn't have any first class options either. You got to use your own stuff. So watch the war news only. Watch the war news only. Yeah, see, I don't watch that either. There's nothing I can do to control that, so I don't watch it. Next up, another Brioni shirt. This is a really good one though. This is a Brioni. It's 100% rayon. It's like this nice silk feel to it. I did pay up for this. I paid $50 in a bulk buy for this, but it sold for $98 plus shipping. Pre-owned condition. Really good pattern. When I looked this up, I don't think there was another one with the same pattern, so I listed mine pretty high. Wrap shirt. I'm the same way. Good. I'm glad we have a bunch of like-minded people in here that don't watch the news, because the news is just a waste of your life. Did you know there's 2 wars going on? Yes. The only reason I know that is because when I scroll through TikTok, like a month ago, it was all like every third video was about the wars that were going on, and I watched a couple of them, and then I stopped watching them because again, it's just, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do to control what's going on. So why fill your mind with that? Why not just scroll to something else that's more positive and fill your mind with that? Because there's nothing you can do. At the end of the day, it's just like, I think people get worked up about that stuff, and they're like, for the very small period of time. By the way, you don't see any of those videos anymore on TikTok because people have moved on to the next thing. It only took a week for people to move on from that to something else. So I just don't get my mind watching that kind of stuff because there's no point. There's nothing you can do. Zero that you can do to control what's going on. So focus on what you can control, which is selling stuff online, like this pair of North Face pants that were a bad buy. These were altered, so we listed these super cheap. We're just trying to make our money back. Paid $5.34. These sold for $11 plus ship. I blame Kayla. Yeah, blame me for the war. I picked up leather boots yesterday, polo with a bear on them. Kids, good. That's a polo bear polo, listed as such. Put bear in the title. Make sure you do that. The kids items don't go for as much as the adult items go for, but they still go for good money depending on what pattern and print you have. So just make sure you look up what you have. I pay attention to Israel war since I know someone directly affected. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, I don't know. Even if I had somebody directly affected with it, I probably wouldn't watch it. It's just not. I don't watch the news. I just don't think it's good. You hear him cough in the background? That crazy cough. Hopefully tomorrow he's doing better because that cough is insane. Asthma. So depressing on how much better your red, white, and blue selection is. I've heard that before. I've heard some people say that their red, white, and blue is not that great. We have a good one. We also have 3 in our area and 4th coming. So that'll be fun when the 4th one opens. Next up, we got a John Barbado shirt. We've sold these on Whatnot for like $11. People pick these up all the time for like $11 from us. We paid $8.33 for this one, and it sold for $31.49 free ship. Rainforest down coat with removable hood. Rainforest down coat removable hood. What does that mean? My 9-year-old has the same way. Is the same way on and off right now. Hate asthma, especially seeing your child struggle. Yeah, he just has this. As soon as he gets sick, it goes right to his chest, and it's so annoying because there's nothing you can do. You just gotta deal with it. There's nothing you can do. And he's not acting sick. He acts perfectly fine, but he just coughs continuously. Is this a trap house? Yeah, that's a grow. That's a grow house, grow box, whatever you call them. Yeah, you got it. You figured me out. And your name is Florida Life, so you should understand. I live in Florida too, and yeah, this you caught me. Except that's a photo booth. It's not a grow tent. Garlic. Should we give him garlic? Is that what you're saying? Gotta run things for all you do. Appreciate you, Mary. Thank you for hanging out. My granddaughter would get sick all the time. Took dairy away, and she not get sick as much. I think Kayla started doing that more with him. Is taking dairy away because she heard the same thing. Try bay leaf homemade syrup for the cough. We give him the Zarbee's, the natural Zarbee's stuff. It tends to work, but with this, it doesn't really go away. You're about to get all what? Next up, we got a Carbon to Cobalt shirt, paid $6.96, sold for $24.99 plus ship. I am going to refund the buyer shipping on this because I was supposed to combine an order, and I forgot to, so it's just going to be $24.99 on this one. You're about to get all the remedies thrown your way. Oh yeah, I call it the witchcraft. Kayla used to do those the essential oils, and I called it the witchcraft every time because she'd like put essential oils on all of us. She'd be like, I swear this works. I'm going to put peppermint on you when you have a cough, and I'm going to put this on you when you have this. I was like, I'm done with your witchcraft. He's screaming in the background. What platform are you selling? I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Whatnot. Sell on all 3 of those platforms. Right now we're shipping out eBay, Poshmark, Mercari sales. I had 33 over the weekend, and I had 100 and something on Whatnot shipping out. Halls Pop for kids, soothes the throat. I don't think he has a sore throat. It's just like he has like a tickle in the back of his throat, and then he gets the tickle, which turns into the chest thing. Yeah, but we could try that. Eucalyptus oil is really good for an aromatherapy. There we go, aromatherapy diffuser. Those are 2 bigger words. We're not allowed to touch the new racks. They will warn you once break your arm and kick you out permanently if you do it again. Nice. Yeah, ours is pretty cool about it. The good thing is our stores know who we are too. So anytime we come in there, if they have something good, like last week we went to a store and they had a Coogee sweater behind the counter, they brought it out to us personally and they were like, hey, are you interested in this? And I was like, the price is way too high. I'm not interested. And then they tried to drop the price for us, but it still didn't make any sense. But yeah, so they probably wouldn't mind that we touch the racks. That's a good thing about making videos about their store and helping them get more people in their doors is they'll treat us a little bit better. But they still don't give us I still don't get discounts on my items. That's like the only item they've ever given me a discount on. But they do tend to bring us items out from the back that they think that we're interested in. It's typically only at one store, which is a store that's farther away. They really know us there, which is weird because we hardly ever go there. But all the employees there know us. So this is a pair of Driftwood women's jeans. Picked these up for $8.03. They sold for $35.99. $35.99. I'm new to resales. I sell on Mercari and Posh. Just picking up for me. If you sell on Mercari and Poshmark, you should probably try to sell on eBay. That's my suggestion to you. eBay, you'll probably see more sales. For example, this weekend I had 23 eBay orders. I had 23, something like that. 23 eBay orders, 6 Poshmark, and 3 Mercari. No, 3 Poshmark, 6 Mercari. I think is my numbers. I forget. But yeah, a lot more on eBay than I did on the other platforms. No packing slip with orders. I never put a packing slip, and I don't put a packing slip on with my whatnot orders. Packing slips are a waste of paper. The only reason you put a packing slip on there is to remind your customer what they paid for the item, which they can do if they just go look up on the platform what they paid for it, or if your item opens up in transit and the post office has to put it back together and put the item with the package, that's the reason you put a packing slip in. And I have never had that issue before where I lost an item in transit. Yeah, I've only had 2 items lost in transit ever, and they were both on the same order. They're actually shipped out on the same day, and there were 2 pair of shoes, and I'm pretty sure they got stolen. Other than that, I've never had an issue. You don't need a packing slip. There's no need for it. So I don't waste my thermal paper on something the customer can look up. I don't do a thank you note either. Vic's on the bottom of the feet. Yep, we do that. He actually has socks on his feet right now. It's his favorite thing is to have socks on his feet. I want to have socks. That's what he says all the time. Kayla tried to take him to the doctor today and put his Crocs on, and he's like, "No, I want socks." She's like, "Okay." What do you think? Do you think it's worth it cross posting? Yes, I do. Typically, I don't cross post until the end of the night when I'm not really doing much anyway, and I just cross post everything when I have some free time. And only to cross list like 30 items takes me literally like 10 minutes. So right now I do 10 at a time. Why do resellers cover the QR codes on Savers Goodwill tags when they do a video? Because when they do a video on TikTok, Hazel, if you have any QR code on your video, TikTok will flag it. So most likely those resellers are also posting their videos that they're posting on Facebook. They're also posting it on TikTok. Anytime you have a QR code, TikTok thinks that you're trying to promote something that you're not supposed to with a QR code, and they flag it. So yeah, that's why that happens. What is cross posting? It's listing items from one platform to another. So I use an app called List Perfectly to do that, or a platform called List Perfectly. It's taking my item on eBay, downloading it to List Perfectly, and then moving that listing to Poshmark and Mercari, and I use, again, List Perfectly to do that. Last sale we're going to pack up is this LL Bean coat. Pick this up for $4.28. It sold for $31.49 free shipping. This has been listed since last winter. It didn't sell last winter, and it finally sold this winter, so I'm glad to see it come. Oh my god, you saved me so much time. Yeah, I have a link in my bio, by the way, for List Perfectly. If you want to sign up through my link, you get 30% off your first month. There's 3 different plans, so choose whatever plan works best for you. What are a couple good sport coats to look out for? Peter Millar sport coats sell really well. Peter Manning sport coats sell really well. Purple Label Ralph Lauren's are really good. If you see a brand with a Laurel Piana tag in it, you always want to try to look those up. Some are worth it, some are not. In most cases, they're worth picking up. Yeah, there's a couple for you. What's the best shipping option? If it's under a pound, it usually is going to go Ground Advantage. Most of the time, my stuff ships Ground Advantage, except if it's over a pound and it goes far away, sometimes it's better to use a padded flat rate. If you're shipping bigger, heavier items, it's normally going to go UPS. Unless, again, it's super close to you, and sometimes Priority is actually cheaper. I don't know if this is going to fit in here. This might have to go Priority Mail. Let me see how much Priority Mail is. This might have to go Priority Mail. Priority Mail? Yeah, we're going to ship it Priority, because this is not going to fit in one of my poly mailers. Normal Ralph Lauren is usually not worth it. Yeah, normally those are a pass, except for the corduroy ones. Corduroy Ralph Lauren suits sell a little bit better. Also, full cashmere suits will sell better. Use eBay shipping? Yes, ship with eBay. Yes, in some cases, pirate ship might be cheaper, but on average, I'm shipping around 10 items per day. Obviously, the weekends I'm shipping multiple days worth of sales, so it'll be around 20, 30 items I'm shipping. So to go back and forth between pirate ship and eBay would just take too much time. So I just use eBay shipping. If you're shipping like one item, then you can go back and forth and figure out what's cheaper. All right, that one's going to ship for £1. 1 pound, 1 ounce. And it's going to ship for $8.82 centeroonies. Put in this one. I could have, if I put a Ground Advantage, I would have saved money, but my bags are not big enough for these. So I was in Orlando last week and I was looking for the K-Way billboard. I don't live near Orlando, so the billboard is near my house. I'm just kidding. I don't have a billboard. One day I'll be on a billboard. I'll be holding hands with Gary Vee. Learned this today. Flat rate bubble costs more on Pirate. Does it? Does it cost more on Pirate Ship? It might, because I shipped one out this morning. I was wondering why it was $8.80. So maybe it is. That's weird. I don't wonder why they did that. I don't know. All right, everybody, that's it. I got to finish shipping out my Whatnot sale, so I'm going to complete that after the live. Again, I appreciate everybody who bought something from us on Whatnot. This Friday, we're having an all giveaway show, so go bookmark that show on Whatnot. It's literally all giveaways. We're just going to have the shop loaded with like merch. If you want to buy merch, feel free to. But if you don't and you just want to enter in a bunch of giveaways, come to our Friday show. And then Saturday, we're probably going to do a 100-item show, so make sure you come hang out. Do you guys want to say bye to Joey? Okay. Joe Bro. Hey, Joe Bro. Joe Bro. Come here, buddy. Here he comes. You want to say hi?
Yes.
Yes? Ooh, yeah. This is your favorite part of the day. Are you going to show everybody your shirt? Who do you have on your shirt?
A monster shirt.
You have a monster truck on your shirt. What monster truck is that?
A big digger.
Yeah, Gravedigger.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, you got a hat. Oh, you got a hat. You're crazy. Show him your shirt. Show him.
A big digger.
Yeah, Gravedigger. Is that what you're playing with? You're playing with monster trucks out there?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to go for a walk in a little bit outside?
No.
No, you want to stay in and watch? Oh, what's on Daddy's head? What is that?
I'm not.
Yeah, it's a mask.
What?
Yeah. Can you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye. You want to go out there? Go play with your monster jams?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? Are you gonna help me? Are you gonna help me bring the packages outside? You want to help me? Okay. You go meet me. Go by the door. I'll be out there in a second. Okay. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I might be live later tonight. Just do like a hangout live or whatever. Over on TikTok. I'll be on everywhere later tonight. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one.